I'm Kirby Heck.
And I'm Liam Kilpatrick.
We're two best mates who helped each other through mental health hell.
Using honesty, humour, and being real when everything felt like it was falling apart. And since then, it's grown bigger than we ever imagined.
Cracked the top 15 of self-improvement podcasts in Australia.
And we're coming for number one.
We've sat down with CEOs, celebrities, Olympians, and entrepreneurs. Because this isn't just their story,
It's ours too.
enjoy the show. All right, Ollie, welcome to the studio.
Thanks, mate.
Mate, it's good to have you here. Thanks for making the drive down.
Yeah, no,
Come
it's
visit us
beautiful.
today.
Got
Yeah.
a few podcasts in.
Yeah, and I hope you listen to a good one on the way down.
I will. Yeah.
Mate, so we were just chatting off air just before we hit the record button, but just do you want to tell us exactly what you just told us again, like the reason why you're here today?
Yeah, okay, cool. So thanks, boys, for having me, first of all.
No worries,
Stoked
brother.
to be here in the beautiful suburb of Eleonora. Let's go.
This was actually our stomping ground, bro, for real estate. So.
Eleonora? It's Palm Beach Heights, right?
Yeah,
It actually is.
Palm Beach West.
But no, my story, so I was in real estate for a while, and then I ended up getting out of that about a year and a half ago
Smart man.
Yeah.
Smart
Same
man.
with us.
Yeah. And honestly, at first, I just wanted to go on a bit of a side quest. I was like, mate, mid-20s, I'm keen to go check out the world.
Yeah.
And I just went, and it was awesome. Like, I actually bought a ticket to go see an EDM festival in Madrid. That was like the start of my
Yeah.
trip. And flew over there and just traveled for 3 months. And in that 3-month period, I found mountaineering. And then, I just got addicted to it. So I went into the Himalaya. I climbed a 6,200 meter mountain to start with.
Just
And-
to start with. No biggie.
But it tested me, but like that
Yeah.
one, that
Oh,
one
yeah.
broke me. But I think that's what you get addicted to, right? Is just being under the pump and
Yeah.
kind of how your body performs.
We went, 15K mountain and we had enough?
I think in total it was 43, but we had to walk up a mountain twice.
Yeah,
And then one time. And that was 17 Ks.
Yeah.
Where was that?
So, out
The
in...
Cunningham Gap
Yeah,
or
Cunningham.
something.
Well done, Liam. Cunningham's Gap,
I was out there the other day, that's why.
Ah, okay.
It's
Yeah,
my
sorry.
mum's last name too.
There we go.
Anyway, sorry,
Checks out. We'll cut you off there. Keep going. Sorry.
And then, just got addicted, and I kind of set myself a goal to go back and climb a bigger one.
Yeah.
So I came back and trained for 3 months and went and climbed one called Amadublam, and that absolutely tested my spirit. It was a wild expedition. Like, everything happened. It was like an introduction to high altitude mountaineering, but you got like the whole scope.
Yeah, right.
So it was sick.
I want to come back to that.
Yeah.
We'll ask about that. But yeah, keep going.
And then, basically went on another expedition where I ended up guiding someone. And that was in Kyrgyzstan last year. And then I said, I want to set my eyes on Everest. But I wanted to do it in a unique way. So
What's the unique way?
we're going to be going for the world record for the fastest human-powered journey from sea level to the summit of Everest in 60 days.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So what's that, 2 months?
2 months, yeah.
So you're going in 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, going in 2 months.
Have
It'll
you-
take 2 months.
Have you run the numbers of how many hours per day and kilometres you'll have to track per day to get there?
Yeah.
What is it?
So K's on the bike is about 100 a day, and that'll be for 11 days. But I've got 15 to do it in, so I've given myself a little bit of a buffer. And then trekking's going to be about 10 to 12 a day.
Ks?
K's, yeah. And that's through the Himalayas.
Oh, and it's not just a little footpath like this. It'd be like fucking that.
It's going to be like,
Oh my
How do you
God.
go about organising that from here?
mate, logistics have been wild on this.
Yeah, who do you even call, eh?
Yeah, oh, it's-
Ghostbusters.
that's the number I say.
The logistics would be harder than the actual climb.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, and like that's been the coolest part. It's just learning the logistics. Like it's
Yeah.
been awesome. I've been on the phone to so many random companies trying to piece it together.
Yeah.
But we've got like a Nepalese outfitter that is. So my climbing partner owns a logistics company there,
Oh, cool.
and he sorted Nepal out for us. And then India's been a bit of like a black hole, to be honest. It's been hard to kind of sort it out over there.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to now take the reins on that and
Okay.
just iron out the last little bit.
And when are you leaving?
2 months. Yeah.
How do you prepare for that?
Oh, mate.
Wait,
train.
just so quickly before we get to that, why are you doing it?
Oh, yeah, good question.
Because there's a reason, there's a cause. He's not just doing it for fun. Well, fun as well, but yeah.
Oh, mate, look, little backstory. Like, I lost my mum to brain cancer when I was 16. And being at that, I guess, impressionable age, it rolled me and I didn't really know what to do. So I internalized everything, right? And I just did what most blokes do and just put on a straight face and just keep trekking along, just pretending nothing happened.
Yeah.
And 7 years later, when I was in real estate, it just bit me on the ass because I didn't deal with it.
Yeah.
And mate, like I just remember one day I was done and I was like, this is it. I'm good. And I was lucky I had a good community around me. That I let one friend know, she helped me out, got me the help I needed, and then I improved little by little. I wanted to do this challenge, but I wanted to do it for something bigger than myself. And youth mental health was that because I noticed like I had issues, I guess, with talking, with coming forwards and speaking about things. And if I'm having those issues, I imagine there's thousands of other people, you know, hundreds of thousands of other young people going through the same thing. So I remember meeting when I decided to do this with a charity called U-Turn, and they basically sat me down and showed me this plan they had for a youth mental health gym. And what that was going to do was going to open up to everybody, but it was going to try get people through the door before they reach crisis point. And it just made so much sense to me because I was like, that's something that I would have loved when I was going through it, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't know you need it until after the fact. Like retrospect's a beautiful thing, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
You think it's not? So what do you think? What was that day like where you went, I'm done? What happened there?
Oh, mate, like I remember I was at a coffee shop before work. I used to sell houses.
Real estate agent in a coffee shop. Crazy, eh?
Interesting spot to be at.
Yeah, crazy spot to be.
Yeah, no, I just remember, mate, I was like in the morning in the coffee shop and just sitting there and everything was good. And I was just so empty. And I was just like, surely this isn't it.
That's exactly how it happens, eh?
Yeah, dude, I'm like,
Because you were making good money.
yeah, like everything was fine, like from the outside looking in. Obviously, real estate comes with a bunch of stress, but like it
But as
wasn't.
you said, like you had a team with you. You were like the leader of a team. You're making good money. You're just chilling one morning and then wham,
Yeah.
just hits you like a wall.
Yeah, and like I just remember, like I felt like I just stepped out of like myself, and I was just observing myself, just staring at the water, and then I was like, nah, I'm done. And then I got in my car, and I started driving, and I was heading towards this pole, and then I don't know, a little voice, I hope might have been my mum, said, no, not this way. And then so I kind of went back on the road, pulled over, and I had a knife in my vehicle.
Yeah.
And I just remember like bringing it out and just staring at it for a solid half an hour. And then I thought in that moment, I was like, I should probably just, before I do something stupid, call someone
Yeah.
and just have a crack. So yeah, I called my business partner, who's one of my friends, and she came to the rescue and saved my life for sure.
Was it building up to that point, or do you feel like you just woke up that day and you kind of came to the conclusion?
I think like looking back, there's definitely signs. Like you definitely know that something's coming, but I just thought it was life. And yeah, mate, I just remember that morning, like nothing was wrong, but everything was wrong, you know?
Explain that feeling. Sorry. Explain, because I get it, right? And I think that's
That's what I was gonna say. We get it.
I think that that's something that people need to actually understand. Is like that feeling that you got then. It was like you're chasing something so much and you're giving it all, but you finally got there and you were like this empty feeling. Like, can you explain how you felt? Because I get it, but I think a lot of people might have something similar but wouldn't actually understand it.
Yeah.
Can you explain how you felt?
Yeah, mate. It's just like, I think we always are looking forwards, right? I feel like as humans, especially like in that industry of real estate, we're always forward-looking people. We're always looking to the next thing.
Oh,
And like you boys can relate to that, right?
Big time.
Yeah. And like I looked back and I was like, man, I've done some amazing things, but it didn't matter because I was just like, I had this heavy devastation I just never dealt with from like when I was a teenager. And yeah, it was just none of like the good stuff that you've done was even there. It didn't show up that day. And you're just sitting there and you're like, far out. Is this it?
yeah. And we have suffered majorly because of that.
Yeah.
Because of the real estate. It was like you never actually have a chance to celebrate anything.
Yeah.
You get a listing, you go, oh, now I've got to sell it first. So I'm not going to celebrate getting one. And then you get it under contract. Well, I'm not going to celebrate it because it's not under contract yet. Even when to the point of it settles and you get paid, you go, well, I'm not going to celebrate because now I need to get another one.
Yeah.
So like
Also, not celebrating stuff unless it's of a monetary value.
Yeah.
That was a big one we found. When we look back, the only times we celebrated was when we made money.
was when you
Yeah,
got paid, yeah.
But like Kirby got a video with 10 million views. It hit number 12 on Apple Podcast. All these things where we would just skim over it and not pay attention to it. But then the second we got paid, we're like, now we celebrate.
Yeah. Now the money's in the bank.
Yeah,
life
now
is
we can
good.
be happy.
Yeah, that's the. And then you get the money. You go, okay, now we need to figure out next month. Yeah. And then the one after.
Try not to spend it all at once.
Oh.
We're doing like production with A Team. Oh wait, no. What did I think? That was anyway. And we sat with them yesterday, and they were basically saying their business is 3 times their growth since we came on board and helped them with everything.
Yeah.
We like got in the car and just left, and then we're like, anyway. And then Kirby rang me like 5 hours later. He's like, we should probably celebrate that.
We should probably do something about that.
Because they
That's
wanted to sign like a 12-month deal with us in a couple of months, and we were like, that's actually a pretty big deal, but we didn't even think about it. But yeah, sorry. But no, I definitely get how you felt that day at the coffee shop. Was it an instant decision? Did you know what you had to do?
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. It was very heavy and it came on very fast, but it was intense. And then I just remember for the rest of the day almost being delirious. Like I just couldn't come back, and I ended up getting taken to hospital. And that's when, like I got brought back a little bit, and then the work started from there.
Yeah.
And that was when the journey really got going.
Yeah. Because that instance happened to me, and it happened. I think it probably. The quitting one happened to me, definitely. Remember when I went off to Canada? Like, because I'd done real estate by this point for like 7 years.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at me like, like I had all this money in the bank, had my partner, I was going on holidays, everything seemed fine. But on the inside, I was just like, what's the fucking point of anything? And then I ended up going on holidays to Canada. I got back. And like I rang Liam as soon as I touched down. I went, I'm not going back. And I quit that. Like on the train, I quit.
Because I was side.
Yeah, I went out and explored the world. And I went, oh, there is way more to life than this, eh?
That's exactly what happens.
But real estate has this thing of anything that you're suppressing, it has a great way of filtering it out.
Yeah.
Because you're so on the hustle and on the grind. It's like when you went through because Liam was with this same girl for 10 years, and he broke up with her while doing real estate, and you kind of just went,
Push it to the side.
push it to the side and
yeah.
keep going. And
Just
it
like
wasn't
head
until
down.
Yeah.
And then when
Yeah.
you went on like Christmas holidays or something, that's when it hit you. It hit you.
You have some time to think, You're like, fuck.
That was bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah. 10 years with one person just gone. That's a little bit. But it's
I
like
thought I was
what you
over it
said.
in 4 weeks, eh? Kelly's like, are you all right? You think I'm sweet, eh?
Yeah. No, not good.
So
not
how
good.
do you deal with that at 16? Were you close with your mum? And are you close with your dad?
Yeah, so I was so close with my mum. I was like self-proclaimed mother's boy for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that.
Same here, brother. Same here.
Yeah, so to everyone listening, hug your mums. But yeah, man, like, it just rocked me, eh? Like, to be fair, we did have a bit of, like, it was a dragged out process. I don't know if that made it better or worse, but like, she got diagnosed with cancer and it was months, right? And it was just this slow decline until she passed, which I guess we got ready for the ending, but also that dragging out, like, rolled us. You know what I mean? Just like coming in and visiting every day, and it just gets worse and worse. So it was tough, man. It was tough going. And then family, like, didn't really recover after that as well, which also kind of added a bit of stuff on top. But like the extended family, beautiful. They stood up, which was good.
Yeah. That's unreal.
And how'd you deal with that with your dad and that as well? So I'm because one of my OCD things, right, when I was a kid, was I was scared my mum was going to die in her sleep.
Yeah.
So I'd go up to her room and check like 5 times a night. And it was like my biggest fear in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Was it hard to like internalize?
Yeah.
Do you feel?
Yeah. Like, yeah, you you've got so many questions, right? And you're not really sure what's going on and like who you can turn to when it's just happened. I remember for me, like dad didn't really recover from it. It rocked him big time. And I remember so many, because it was uncharted territory. So many questions about, like, I was the oldest and I was like, oh, do I now have to look after my brother and sister?
true.
Do I keep being like
Yeah.
a teenager? Like,
Do I have to grow up now? Do I have to
Yeah.
step up? Yeah.
you're just like, what's next? And I feel like the guidance kind of stopped there, and then it's like, figure it out. So you're going through this grief and you got to figure it out.
At such a young age too, being called to a responsibility that you just don't know if you can even do. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of pressure to hold, a lot of weight to carry.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And that's why, like, this cause now is so important. Because
Yes.
we want to start. I just looked back and I was like, what would I have wanted in that situation again, knowing what I know?
Yeah.
And it was someone or some place to go find connection, community, and speak to someone who actually knows about it and knows how to talk that language. And a counsellor for me was very scary. So I didn't go there. But I think this gym would have been a great place because that's where I spent a lot of my time. And yeah, so that's why, like, the cause kind of resonated, and that's why we made it happen.
Yeah.
Is that U-turn? So is that their gym?
Yes.
U-turn?
So U-turn's the charity.
Yep.
U-turn's a mental health charity. And they basically spotted the gap in the market because they own a lot of head spaces up on the Sunshine Coast. And they spotted a gap in the market for something like this, just because they had, I guess, problems with a lot of younger people coming forwards and coming and wanting the help. And by the time they got to them, it was already crisis point.
Yeah.
So I was like, how can we get in there a bit earlier and try to set
Intersect
them,
it, yeah.
set them on a good path?
Right. And how are they working with these kids? Like, is it the counsellors, or are they bringing people in to speak to them? Because at that age, it's quite difficult. Is there an age gap, an age bracket as well?
Yeah, I think they're going to focus 12 to 25 with these gyms.
Yeah, good. Good.
I think that's kind of where you want to be
Yeah.
with a lot of it. And that's when most of it's happening, right? You're at high school, you're growing up quickly, you're really worried about your social standing or how you fit in at
Yeah.
school. And
Prior to 12, nothing matters.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you still have object permanence where, like, if you're not looking at something, it doesn't exist anymore. And you're like, oh well.
like, next.
Yeah, next.
I was in such a rush to grow up, and now look back and go, why, eh?
yeah.
Like, actually, why?
Yeah, yeah.
And what did you do? What did you do prior to real estate? Like, between that 16 to 20 to 21?
Yeah, so 16 to 21, finished school, and then I went overseas to America. Did that for a year, and then I think I was just super young still, so I decided to come home just because I was missing the familiar.
Yeah.
Came back and I did a trade, and then that's when I got into real estate at the end of that.
Oh, that's how it starts. Hey, what trade was it?
Yeah.
What trade was
It
it?
looks appealing, eh?
I was doing like data, so similar to a Sparky, but you're running data cables and stuff.
Oh.
So you're basically in a hot room for about 8 hours a day.
Oh,
Like, never
And then
been
you're watching
skinnier,
a guy,
eh?
and you're watching a guy pull up in a Mercedes, walk into the house, walk out, make 50 grand, and you're like, why am I doing that? Ollie, I want to jump to now that, so not necessarily the first mountain you did, but the second mountain that you said was the challenge and the one that put your eyes on Everest.
Yeah.
So you said it was challenging, it pushed all limits. Can you share the story of that, kind of like the start of the mountain going up?
Yeah, definitely. So we flew into the Himalaya, into Lukla. We
Yeah.
trekked basically the Everest base camp trek.
Yep.
Stopped at Lobuche, climbed Lobuche East Peak, which is about 6,200 meters to acclimatise. Then we went back to Amadablam base camp.
Okay. So this is all in the Himalayas.
All in the
These are
Himalaya.
all Himalayan mountains.
All around Mount Everest.
Yeah. So you could see Everest like the whole time.
Yeah, so Everest is funny. It's kind of hidden for most of it until you get to the top of these peaks.
Right.
Because it's got another one called Lhotse in front of it, which is about 8,500 meters.
Right. That's like that analogy how they always say, like, when you climb to the mountain and realize there's a bigger one behind it. It's literally that. You're hiking up this thing and go, holy shit.
That is monstrous. Yeah, no, so we got to base camp and it was good vibes. Like, the climbers there, I was definitely, I would say, the least experienced. some of the climbers there are professional climbers. They've been doing it their whole lives. And we basically just become like a big family straight away at base camp.
How good's that?
And the weather was pretty shocking. We're getting about 20 centimetres of snow a night. So it was just a waiting game. Then there was this family from Austria. So a father, a daughter, and a son-in-law. And they were the best climbers there by far. So they were going to go open up the route. They left 2 days before we were meant to leave. And so we're watching them through the night with his head, like they've got their head torches on.
Oh, you could like see them up and in
'cause
the
it's just
distance.
pitch black.
And it's not like there's anything else out there, right? Like,
And you're just seeing these machines just like climbing up in like no
Really?
time. What took them 10 days took us, 10 hours took us 4 days. Like they were moving.
What does that come down to? Like fitness?
Fitness experience, like time at altitude. I'd say a bit of all of that.
Really?
that's insane. Took you 4 days. Took them 10 hours.
Oh, mate, they were so efficient. I'd never seen anything like it.
How old were they? The kids?
The papa was in his 70s. Like,
no way.
yeah,
Really?
like, proper alpinist. Yeah, it was so cool, man.
Is that like all they do or something?
Well, they live in the mountains in Austria, so they owned a mountaineering brand in Austria, so they were like well versed in that world.
For them, it's just walking back home up this huge
Yeah.
mountain. Like,
They've done it over and over again.
that's crazy. So, so they've taken off in the pitch blackness and you've watched them.
Yeah. And then, so we all went to bed. The next morning, everyone else left onto the mountain. We decided to stay for another day. And then we get this call over the radio, and it's like, hey, we've lost the papa. He summited early in the morning and then came back down. We don't know where he is. And turns out it's pretty heavy, but he slipped and fell, and no one knew. So then we liaised with like the rescue services to get a chopper up there and bring the rest of the family down while they all searched. So they found like the body and stuff and then brought him back. And that event right there, everyone left the mountain. Everyone's like, nah, we're done for the year. That and bad weather, like it's too dangerous.
He died.
He died. Yeah, it was.
And everyone else was like, if he died, then like what?
What chance do
Like
we
what
have?
are we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then that's when like having a good leader is really important up there. So we then referred on to our leader, which was Gesman, and he's our Sherpa. What do we do? And he's like, I reckon let's just wait it out and see what happens. I think there's still a chance to climb here. So we stayed at base camp for 2 weeks, and we were getting about 20 centimetres of snow a night and just getting dumped on. And then we got this 3-day break, and that's when we're just like, let's do it, let's go. And we ended up being the first ones to summit since that happened, and only one of 5 that season, which was wild.
wow.
Yeah.
So, like, what were you doing at base camp? Just sitting there, just
Yeah.
waiting?
Yeah, base camp was a lot of reading, to be
Yeah,
honest.
wow.
A lot of chilling. It was
2 weeks.
Yeah, it was. I reckon the wait was so mentally tough. Like, especially after like what happened, going into such a long kind of time where you're just sitting still.
Yeah.
That was a lot to overcome. But,
What are you eating in that? Because can you leave?
mate, we're eating like rice.
Ration packs and that.
Rice and rice.
And more rice. Yeah.
How many calories are you burning in a day doing that?
Oh, when you're climbing, it's probably like 6,000 to 7,000, I'd say, in a day.
Really?
And then when you're chilling, you're probably at 3.5, I reckon, just because the altitude's burning you a lot quicker than at sea level.
Yeah, true.
So a lot.
So while you're sitting around waiting, there would have been times where you're like, oh, fuck this, we're going. Like
Yeah.
people wanting to throw in the towel consistently, I'd imagine.
Definitely. Like, obviously, you start with something that kind of was pretty heavy, and then you see people just being like, nah. And, like, way better climbers than you as well, just being like, nah, we're done.
Yeah.
Like, we're going home for the year.
And did people go or everyone stayed?
Yeah, most people went.
Okay, yeah.
And it was pretty much our team and then one other team that decided to stay at base camp.
Yeah.
But we got the shot to climb, and that's what I mean. Like I mentioned earlier, it taught me a massive lesson, and it was that you can't take that stuff easily and you can't take it for granted. Like when you're there, you have to be on. You have to be on the whole time.
Well, even like as we've done prior, like we did a walk in the middle of the night, like up and down mountains. I know it's a completely different circumstance, but like Liam always says, like, you know, there was no time for thinking about anything. And like Liam you said that it was the best mental clarity you ever had.
Yeah, I remember it got to like maybe 5 a.m.
Yeah.
5 a.m.
Because we did it like 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
So you
I think
did
it was
through the
8.
night.
Yeah, through the night.
and
yeah.
you weren't allowed to know the time, and you had a ruck pack on, 20 kilos as well.
Yeah.
But I remember it got to like, and I was wearing like, sort of like your shoes, like runners.
Yeah.
And it got to 5 a.m. and my feet are fucked. And all I could think about was the steps in front of me and the people in front of me. But it was nice because it was like one of those things where,
First time you were ever not in your head.
yeah, because you kind of just thinking, put the next foot in front of the other and that's it.
Yeah.
But it's also like you more capable of more than what you realise as well. Like I didn't think that we were capable of that because it was 13 hours straight. We got down we did 17 kilometres on one hill, went up another one, came back down and then had to do squats. And then we had to wait for like we called them our brother, our partner. And if your partner gave up, you'd have to take it for him.
Yeah.
So you used to be doing squats for like 45 minutes. And
Jeez,
I don't even squat on a good day. So we're just squatting and Kirby and I were like, oh. It was one of the best feelings, especially like coming out of it afterwards.
Yeah,
Even though
yeah.
I've still got black toes from it.
Yeah.
But like it was
This was
good
in
to
June.
This was in June.
So like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even
Yeah.
longer.
July,
But
I
it was
think, yeah.
nice. It was a nice feeling to be like that. You know, that's what you're capable of.
Yeah. And I don't think until you put yourself in like these tough situations, you don't know what you got under the hood.
Yeah.
And that is the perfect example of just testing yourself. And I think it's so important as like, you know, young adults to go and just give it a crack, right? Just go and test yourself, see what your limit is. Then you've got something to work on.
Yeah.
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 So what, like, in saying that, and you said that there was lessons you learned on the mountain, was it similar experience for you, just one foot in front of the other?
Yeah.
Or could you like look around and enjoy the view, or you just had to be like tunnel vision on what you were doing?
Yeah. I would have liked to enjoy the view a little bit more than I think I did.
Yeah.
For me, it became a bit of a mental challenge, and it's like, how far can I push? As you said, one foot in front of the other, and just keep chugging along. Yeah, it was probably the hardest thing I've ever done physically. I'd say all the mountaineering were probably the top 3. But it shows you who you are, and like you know that in those situations you don't freak out. And I think you kind of respect yourself a little bit more when you get into those situations and you don't freak out.
Yeah. And what was it like? You know, because whenever you hear like, oh, I reached the top of a mountain, I picture just this point, and you're balancing on this point, like, like it's not
Like a
like
tightrope.
that. yeah, on one foot, like, hey, balancing on the point. What was it like hitting the top of that one?
Yeah, I started crying, man. Like
What's it called?
it's called Amadublam.
What's the terrain like when you're going through this? So do you have to craft your own sort of trail?
Yeah. A lot of it was. So there's fixed ropes that a Sherpa team will fix at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, okay.
And then-
oh, imagine that job, walking up the mountain, hammering into the side of the mountain, like
That's the wildest job there is.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so they fix a rope. But the thing is, like, because there was so much snow, the rope kept getting frozen under the ice. So a lot of our climb, the reason it took us so long was we were chipping away and trying to free the rope.
Oh, wow.
Because without the rope, like, there's one stage where there was, like, you traverse out on a rope and you've got to rock climb up 30 meters to get to the next little platform where you can keep going. And it's about a 1 kilometer drop underneath you.
So you're like suspended out over this ledge, pulling yourself.
And then climbing up. Yeah, man. It was
How did the
wild.
Sherpas do that?
Yeah, what's the
How do they do that? How do they get that rope there? Like,
Is that like a daily thing for them?
Yeah. It's a walk in the. It's not a walk in the park, but like it's just part of their life.
yeah,
It's like, oh, we're on the fixing team for this mountain. They get paid for it.
the
and they-
repair crew for the mountain.
Yeah.
yeah, dude. And they go up and like, so they've got another Sherpa belaying them.
Yeah.
And if there's any old ropes, they'll use them. And they basically have to lead climb up this wild terrain. It's a rock face that's suspended over like a kilometre drop. And they just got to climb up and then fix the rope at the top. And then the rest of their team will come through.
Oh
Do they get paid all right?
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
Oh, you
They
would.
like probably not what we'd be getting paid here for doing that, but in like
Standards there, it's good. Yeah.
They're making a great living, and it's cool because a lot of their money, which I love about the Sherpa people, goes back into the villages.
Oh,
And
true.
it goes into like, you know, whether it be yaks or like repairing the village or upgrading it, getting like a Starlink for the next year.
Oh,
And,
awesome.
mate, it's so community minded.
So,
It's cool.
like, do you have to pay to do these hikes, or like, do you have to pay to go up there? Is that what pay their wages, or do like the government pay them because it's involved in like tourism and stuff?
So I believe the fixing team is paid from like one of the big expedition companies, where I would say they're getting some sort of kickback from the government.
Yeah.
We as foreigners to go climb have to pay a permit.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll pay like whether it's Everest is about $15,000 for the permit.
Oh, wow.
This mountain would have been about 1,000, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then you pay for the logistics because like you need logistics there. It's just so far removed from the rest of the world
Yeah.
that you need a good quality base camp set up. You need a good quality Sherpa as well because as a Westerner, like, mate, we got Mount Cootha around here. You know, like...
Oh, yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Brizzy.
an eighth or something of those ones.
man.
Like,
Yeah, it's like a few hundred meters, but like we have nothing that compares to that.
yeah.
So it's good to get guided on those mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Especially like at the beginning of your career. So yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but I think it's worth it because it goes into those communities.
Of course. And that's what I was wondering, because like it would fall under tourism, that would bring tourists. So would the government, would they be government workers? I always wondered that. So, but I'm curious. So when you hit the top of that first mountain and you said that, and you had that feeling and that flooding, is that kind of the feeling that you were missing when you were in real estate and had that day where you quit? Do you feel like that was it, the feeling?
Yeah, I definitely think that a little bit of part of it. I think the feeling I felt on top of the mountain, to describe it, was just I set out to do something that I thought was impossible and actually did it. Like impossible for what I thought my ceiling was. I didn't think I had it in me, if I'm being 100% truthful. And then when I went out and I actually did it, I was like, oh wow, I'm actually capable of these incredible things. And then it was tough. Like I stopped so many times the first time.
Oh,
and I was
can't
rinsed
blame you.
afterwards. Like I remember we were up for like 24 hours straight, and by the end of it, I was like, you know, when you've been up for so long, you can't close. Like
You get a bit
hard-
delusional and
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, and like that was the feeling at the end. But I just remember feeling this deep satisfaction of like, well, that was tough, and like similar to what you boys, I'm guessing, would have felt with your march through the night.
Oh, I remember we got to the top of the hill and we were there to watch the sunrise, and my first thought was we have to fucking walk back down. And then I remember that from the base of that was another 2 kilometres to the car park. All I could think about was how far it was. And because we had been
I fell
sweating...
asleep on a rock.
You did. And because we had been sweating all night and it was midwinter, by the time we sat up there for an hour and cooled down, I was fucking freezing. So the walk back down
Because our
was
clothes were
terrible.
wet.
Yeah,
Saturated
wet from
wet.
sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to the yeah, brutal, eh? When it comes to the preparation for Everest, do you just train at a gym?
No,
What do you
no.
do?
6 hours on the Stairmaster. Like,
That actually comes into it. Mate, it's been really unique. Like, I'm really lucky the people that have kind of jumped on board at this earlier stage.
sorry, I just thought about you moving the Stairmaster into like a cold room, like Woolworths or something, in the freezing cold.
Just as uncomfortable as I can.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah. No, that's actually a good training tip. I'm not sure. Get my summit suit on here.
Yeah, in minus 15 freezer. Yeah.
But no, it's been incredible. So there's a company that reached out pretty early on the set called Peak Sports and Physio, and they basically have been helping me with all my programming, the body maintenance, the physio side of things,
Cool.
and breath work, which is a big thing I wanted to implement this time around, was getting better at kind of not freaking out in those high stress situations.
Well, I mean, your high altitude, you get less oxygen intake, less oxygen to the brain. So I would imagine freaking out would happen way quicker, way faster.
Yeah, and the thing is, like up there, once your heart rate goes, you can't really pull it back that easy.
Yeah,
like
because you can't.
you're not getting enough oxygen.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to regulate. So the whole goal is to not get to that point in the first place. And so I train every day around that, just trying to work in a hypoxic state to get used to not much oxygen, and then also being able to like calm myself down after like a run or a session on the bike or the Stairmaster, being able to regulate really quickly. So a lot of Stairmaster,
A lot of Stairmaster.
a lot of just, you know, mobility and functional fitness, and then I spend hours and hours and hours on the bike riding around Brisbane every week. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So is there much weight training involved or like?
Yeah. So there is, but it's not like I'm trying to push and hit PBs or anything like that. It's just maintaining, really.
Yeah.
But mate, you lose so much through like the endurance training. I feel like like muscle wise, I look at myself in the mirror. I'm a different man to what I was before I started this.
What was I getting? So you're going to beat the world record. What's the current record?
Yeah, so the current record for the Cedar Summit is 67 days under human power.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do it in 60 days.
So when you say sea, so like if you're looking at the map and you've got India's like down here and then like the Himalayan mountain ranges here, are you basically just starting directly south of where the Himalayas are on like the ocean, or where are you starting?
Yeah. So there's the Bay of Bengal here, which is like on the right side of India.
Yeah.
And it kind of tucks up into West Bengal.
Yeah.
And that's next to, on the border of Bangladesh.
Yeah.
So I'm starting in the sea there. And I'm
Yeah.
going to ride 1,150 Ks up into the Himalaya, and then I'll start trekking.
How many days are you aiming to do that in?
11 to 15 the ride, and then the next trek will be about 15 days.
Are you just going to have like a swag on your back and you just stop on the side of the road? Like, how does that work?
No, we've got a support vehicle, so that'll be coming along and kind of keeping me...
Sleep in the vans and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll try to find hotels, I think, where we can.
Yeah.
And then, like, sleep in tents when we have to, and... Yeah, because it's interesting. It's like wherever I pull up for the day is kind of where we stop.
Yeah.
So hopefully I pull up somewhere half populated.
Yeah.
And a Radisson or something, eh?
Yeah.
So you're going to document the whole thing, or how's it going to work?
Yeah. So super lucky. We got a good crew coming with me. So there's a filmmaker whose name's Kai Patano, and he's done a few adventure films in Australia. So he's going to be shooting content daily.
Excellent.
And we're trying to produce a documentary from it as well. So yeah, be plenty of content out, which would be nice.
The dude hiking up Everest behind you with this big fucking camera. No one gives him credit. He's walked up too.
That'd be awesome.
You know those big like news ones? He's just walking up Everest with
He's
that.
got a pole in one hand, the camera in the other.
No one gives him any credit. He's done it.
Just puts it back on himself. He's like, this is rinsed. So he'll stop at base camp, and then the Sherpas will film with me.
Sweet.
Above Everest base camp. Yeah.
Okay.
But like even
Give him those like meta glasses with the cameras and just.
That's probably the best way to do
great
it.
shout, actually. Yeah, we
That's
haven't thought of that.
That's probably the best way to do it. Is
Yeah.
chuck that on the Sherpas.
Get those like Oakley ones with the camera right here.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
actually
and-
cracker too. I've seen they're good.
Yeah. And the film's pretty good as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the quality's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
That's actually not a bad shout. I might have a look into that.
better than like Karen like
Yeah,
this.
the GoPro.
Everyone's
Say something.
Do you have to
Yeah.
are you but going for a world record? Do you have to let Guinness know or anything?
Yeah. So we're still in the application process. It's a bit of a mission with that. So I'm just waiting to get the official rules back.
Yeah,
And once I got those back, which will be hopefully in the next week,
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
it's go time. Mate, it's such a process. Like I think it's like over 12 weeks I applied 12 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously there's so many people going for things.
Oh, imagine
these
all
days.
their inbox, Like,
What are they asking on the application?
Just basically like your itinerary. They want to know exactly where you're going to be every
Yeah.
day, where you plan to be, what the record is that you want to go for, and then just any detail, logistics wise.
because you'd think there'd got to be a lot of tire kickers, There'd be
Oh,
so
yeah.
many people be like, I'm gonna do this.
Eat the most
and,
fucking
like,
Doritos or something.
Yeah.
Imagine filtering through that inbox.
Yeah, it'd be crazy, Oh, it's unreal. After the bike ride, you then get to like the base or like the base of the mountain.
Yep.
What's your kind of schedule looking like? How long are you trying to get up and back?
Yeah, so
Oh, sorry, do you then have to go back or no? It's just when you get to the top done.
it's the summit.
Record done.
So it's like
Cool.
it's C to the summit.
Yeah.
So like my ideal goal And that's why we're going to climatize on another mountain before, is to do it in one push. That's what I'd like to do. See how it works out there. But I want to get to Everest Base Camp within 30 days to give me 30 days to climb. So
What's the average to get up there?
So from like I guess a fresh start, it'd probably be about 45, but also that's from like
Wow.
arriving in country.
Why do I think it was like a couple of days, eh?
I thought it was a few hours, wasn't it? Just like this.
Because people die on there all the time, eh?
Yeah, man. It's like, I think it's lower than some of the other mountains, but it's like 10%. I might have been over exaggerating a little
But
bit.
that's still, if 100 people climb it, 10 dead is crazy.
Yeah, but to be like, I guess to preface that, those 10 sometimes are trying things that they haven't prepped for, or maybe going with a company that doesn't have the safety regulations of some of the more official bigger companies.
Yeah.
So, like, there was a stat last year, and it was like one company had half the deaths on Everest or something like that. So it's like, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Do they get in trouble
Holy
for it?
shit.
I don't think it's that regulated, but they're trying to regulate it, which is awesome. So they're now putting in place, I think it starts next year, where you have to climb a certain height before you can attempt Mount Everest.
So
That's
could
good.
Kirby and I just go now and try?
This year, yeah. But a lot of the bigger companies
Should
won't.
Yeah. We'll join you.
Yeah, a lot of the bigger companies won't take clients that haven't climbed before on, just because of the risk factor, which I think is really good, right? You want that kind of safety in place where you know how you go at altitude and you know what's going to happen to you at altitude,
Yeah.
because you don't want to get up there and then find out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I went up to Pikes Peak in Colorado.
Yeah.
And fucking, I nearly passed out. There were people passing out everywhere. That oxygen mask on everyone. So
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine climbing
Yeah,
at that
and you
height.
drove up there, like...
Was that like 14,000 feet?
Oh, I don't know. It's high though.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
real high. And you get off like the cable car thing. I think you drive to like something and you get on the cable thing. And
Yeah.
you feel lightheaded. It does not feel good, eh?
Yeah. And it's just adjusting to that. It's the biggest mission in mountaineering. Like trying to get your body ready to go for the altitude. But you know what's really good for it? Is running around in the heat here.
Is it?
Yeah. It's called the poor man's altitude training.
Running around here in the heat is
'Cause
the
the
same
humidity.
equivalent of climbing in -10 up in peak mountains. Like, that's... Yeah.
What it does is, because we don't have altitude here, your body, like when you're in the heat, you produce more red blood cells, which is what you're doing at altitude to acclimatize, producing more red blood cells. So in Australia, unless we have like a hypoxic tent, it's kind of all we have, but it works decently. Yeah.
Fair enough. So, like, moving forward from like here till when you go, how can people like support you? Can they get behind the U-turn? So
Yeah.
people can get behind that. They can get behind you. What's the ways that people can like help and support?
Yeah, so we've got a website, climbingforyoungminds.com.au, and it's got
We'll put the link in the bio.
Thanks, man. It's got like all the information on, I guess, the world record attempt. It's
Yeah.
also got the gyms and what we're trying to build off the back of this. And yeah, we just want anyone who's, I guess, been moved by something like this just to reach out, support in any way they can, and it all makes a massive difference.
Oh, amazing.
Describe a time you achieved what you were striving for only to feel disappointed by the success.
I think I pictured, selling a bunch of properties and, being what I thought was a decent real estate agent as like this incredible high flying life. But when I actually felt like I was heading towards there, I did feel quite lonely. And like had some major success there, which to be fair was amazing to share with the team. But then also I felt like, what's it for? And I felt like I was just doing it for myself, and that's why like this go around, I want to do it for other people because I think you get so much more out of that.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
motivation as well.
Yeah, and just being able to see the impact, right? Being able to see like what you can actually affect on somebody else, whether it's by just inspiring them through your actions or giving them an opportunity or opening a doorway in their life that they never realized was even there.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
It's incredible.
Hope that answers the question. Yeah, I really appreciate the opportunity to be part of this show.
For sure,
No,
brother.
of course, of course.
You've got some high flyers on here, so I hope I've had some sort
You're
of
going to
an
be
impact.
the literal highest flyer, though. No one will be at your altitude. So
Yeah. I think like the big message is just mental health is one of those big dark boogeyman in the closets that a lot of us do deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And I see so many great charities, so many great people shining a light on it, and it's so exciting to see a future where it's normalized and we can actually have conversations like this about shit times in life and then how we got through it. And I think sharing these stories that you boys have been over the, I think, years now
yeah.
would have helped so many people. So kudos to you boys.
Thanks,
as,
bro.
As Strava says. Eh?
Well, one thing that like we said is like, so we did like a lot of mental health and a lot of interviews like this, but then we just kind of wanted to have a bit more fun and relax a bit more because we could draw in a greater audience because like Liam said it perfectly one day. He said like, you could be a guy who's had no mental health issues in your life, no problems, no issues, and then you can go through a divorce and suddenly your world is flipped upside down.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do. You don't know how to deal with it. You've never faced this kind of stuff before. And it's like, it comes for everyone at some point or another.
Yeah. And like, what's that saying? It's like your worst thing is only your worst thing, right? And you don't know how bad it can get, but anything that happens that's bad to someone, it might not be as hectic as what happened to this person, but it affects you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And it's having like the building blocks to kind of deal with that and move through it. And something that I say a lot is like, you don't want to just get over it. You want to work through it, right?
That's a goodie, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that.
You got
Ollie,
that.
thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks, boys. Cheers.
Love ya.